Hey all, Hipper here. So today we are taking out the Edinburgh, and I've started to call this ship the ship of humiliation because you can really pull off some pretty humiliating stuff in the ship here if you get the right battle. And first of all, I was actually thinking of pushing this destroyer out to spot because it looked like he was just gonna sit here and do nothing, and that's not popular. But he did just, inch out, and thank you for that, because then I know there's a Paolo Emilio out here. And I'm just gonna wait for him to smoke up. No, I already have my radar on. Oh well, but it doesn't matter anyway, because he's gonna get absolutely smashed. And the heavy armor on Paolo, it just makes these British AP shells here fuse instantly, and as you can see, they hurt a bit. So he's panic firing torps here, because he knows he's done for, and that's it. So now we're going to use his smoke to escape. And it's just so satisfying, Edinburgh. It's just such a fun ship. And, you pull out like this, you pop the radar that no one really expects you to have. And then you absolutely smack destroyer, and he's in a division, and there's another Edinburgh in his division. He's probably very upset now. So we're going to use the smoke so we can cap, hopefully, here. So thank you for that, Mr. DD, much appreciated. So unfortunately, I'm gonna get spotted in a minute there, but I just want to make sure we cap first before I take some sort of incoming round. And there we go, all done, and there's the Edinburgh. So now these guys will have to move into the cap because we've taken it, and they've lost a destroyer in, in the process. And all I have to do now is just put some distance between these guys here, and then when I go dark again, I'm gonna go right back in, and then I'm going to radar this Edinburgh here, because it's his turn now. So we're pretty much far away now. Look at this destroyer here. He's just sitting there. It's yeah, infuriating, but whatever. So we're using the agile build here to dodge as many incoming shells as we can, just waiting to go dark. And there we go. That's it. And that means we can go right back again, and the Edinburgh keeps shooting at me because he's really angry, and that just makes it extra fun and enjoyable. There's nothing more, well, satisfying than picking up divisions like this. I love it. So I'm not really going to focus on the Edinburgh because he has 30mm armor, and I don't have HE shells. So if I can, I'm just going to ignore him. If I can't, then, well, we'll see how it goes. But he's sitting in his smoke now, and he's thinking he's real smart. So we're gonna move in again, and I'm a little bit early on the radar here. I think I'm in radar range actually. I think that's why I pop it. But I haven't really looked carefully enough, and I'm not completely in range. But it's okay. We will get him. There he is. Oh well, your smoke is useless. So why don't you go somewhere else? Yep, thank you. So now he's panicking. He's like, oh no, and that's what we like. So we got the Richie here, and that destroyer is just, I don't know what he's doing. That Richie there is a bit of a threat, so he's on my blacklist. So we just gotta have a few ships thinned out here on the other side of the cap, and then we're gonna go for that Richie there. Mexico, he's too far away, and there's no point pushing into that guy, but the Richie is actually a problem. He's sitting behind the island. He can hold this whole flank here if he wants to. So there's some torps from the Edinburgh. They're not gonna hit me. And just waiting till there is an opportune moment here. So the Richie is reversing. That means that he will lose spot on me in a second. And just gonna check what the Edinburgh is doing. So we don't want him to go that way. So we're just gonna fire, and I don't really care if we hit or not. We just want him not to go that way, because we want him behind the island, so I can actually push forward and not get spotted that way. So games like this is just so much more fun, like taking out one player in a division immediately and then leaving the other player to just, sweat it. It's very satisfying, and I love when it happens. So we're just going to keep an eye on the Richie here. So it looks like he's going to move in behind the island right now, and that's what we want. The Edinburgh is also, like, he's kiting away, and he's giving up this map here. If he had stayed, then perhaps his... oh, there's the destroyer again. It's like, oh my goodness, what are you doing? Anyway, we need to get this Richie here. And as you can see now, I am not spotted because I can push up while the Richie is going behind the island. And I don't want him to come out and spot me. So I'm just going to give him one torp here I mean, I don't want him. I don't want the torp to actually hit him, or well, I do, but it's more. I want the torp to get close, and then I want him to see it, so he doesn't push out on that side of the island. Because obviously we're setting up a little trap here, right? So as you can see, use the island as cover, so we don't get spotted, and the destroyer is just sitting there still. Like, he's been sitting there the whole battle. Yeah, I don't know how he ends up with the XP he does, because that's pretty disappointing destroyer play right there. Anyway, so the New Mexico is pushing in. That is a bit of a... I didn't really count on that, but I am committed now, and I thought he was going to run away and go on the other side of the map. So that wasn't planned for, but still fine. We're still going to be able to get this Richie here. So we're just gonna be naughty here. Just wait for a second until the opportune moment presents itself. And I also just want to see what that New Mexico is going to end up doing. But in the end, I just get too impatient. I mean, someone else is going to get that Richie before me, and we can't have that. So we're going to push out, and then we're going to see him panic, just like the Edinburgh and just like the Emilio before him. And now he's like, uh-oh, uh-oh, oh no, oh no. And yes, that's exactly what's going to happen. So I take a nasty salvo, but it doesn't matter. We get one torp hit, we get two torp hits, and then we're gonna just empty the guns into his superstructure. And then after this, I'm happy. Like, I've done what I came for. Of course, one more kill would be nice. I would like to get the Edinburgh, but I mean, he's put himself all the way out there anyways. He's out of the game, and it doesn't matter. That battleship was more important, and he's been removed. So if we can make it back into the cap, that's great. If we can't make it, that's also fine. Doesn't really matter. I've done my job here. So active, 1 versus 1 gameplay like this. Now that's what I think is fun. And the Edinburgh, unfortunately, is going to finish me off here. And he's going to get his revenge for his destroyer buddy. But it doesn't matter, because we've won the battle anyway. And we pushed this Edinburgh back, and he gave up the flank. And that pretty much meant that we could just do whatever we want over here. So playing an agile Edinburgh like this, I mean, it's fun. Like, this beats sitting behind an island in your Cleveland and, burning ships down again and again and again. Trust me. So we're just gonna see what happens to the Edinburgh here, because obviously we would like to see him get sunk as well, because he was also really annoying, and I wish I would have been able to finish him off as well. But the Richelieu there, he gets the honor, and that pretty much finishes off the red team. There's one DD left, but he's not gonna be able to do anything against 4 ships. And in any case, we are far ahead on points here. Yeah, I like Edinburgh. I think it's a lot of fun, and you can troll so many people with that 30mm bow there, and the torpedoes and the radar. I mean, it's all there just to annoy other people on the opposite team, and that's what I like. I find it very amusing. So yep, that was Edinburgh, people. So hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you out there.